Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wardog TV and today's live broadcast of Lady Wardog Softball. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. This is the very first broadcast, like we just said, of Lady Wardog Softball here at Turner Field. We're incredibly excited to bring this to you live as they take on the Clady Cleveland Tigers in a District 4A7 matchup. This is Coach Chad Davis, Director of Athletics here at Miami Public Schools. I'm excited to be with you tonight to bring you Lady Wardog Softball live from Harley Turner Field in beautiful Miami, Oklahoma. We're excited to be live again on Wardog TV. This is now the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports, performances, and special event broadcasts. This has been a dream in the works for a few years for our school district. We were excited to be able to pull this off here about a month ago for the first football game at home, and now being able to branch out now to softball, and we look forward to bringing this to other sports and organizations as the year progresses. Our goal for Wardog TV is to create an environment for our students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we'll do everything we can to provide high-quality broadcast and video content to Wardogs around the world. Always want to take time to do a shout-out to Superintendent of Schools Nick Highsmith, Assistant Superintendent of Schools Kenny Iverson, for their support of Wardog Athletics, and so they were big and instrumental in kind of sharing the vision of what this live stream was going to be and our vision for Wardog TV. So incredibly excited for those two to be on board with this. To our Board of Education, who also bought into this vision, thank you guys very much. And then the person behind the scenes of every production is Mr. David Frazier. He's the executive producer of all Wardog TV events, our digital media specialist. Big shout out again tonight to the IT team here at Miami Public Schools, Nick Talbert, Ronnie Harner, Amy Parnell. This isn't one of those things where you just kind of show up and throw a camera on and do a live stream. I mean, there's so many things that goes into it. They spent about an hour running a brand new network cable today, and we got lines running through press boxes and PVC pipes, and we got stuff taped down, so it takes an army to be able to pull this off, so thank you to our IT department. Lady Wardogs come into today's game with an overall record of 17-8, are currently sitting in second place in District 4A7 with a 7-2 record, trailing the Skytook Lady Bulldogs by just one game. One of their district losses, one of the two district losses, they lost to Skytook earlier in the year at home. They kind of avenged that loss 2 days ago at Skytook with a really nice win, 3-0. But their only other loss, the Lady Wardogs' only other loss in district play, came to these same Cleveland Lady Tigers. So got a chance to get one back here. Lady Wardogs are coming in playing really, really good softball. Current winners of 9 straight games and 12 of their last 14 games. So another big game here for the Lady Wardogs as we get set to get going here in just a second. I'm in the press box here with our PA announcer and score clock operator, Mr. David Davis, president of Lady Wardog Softball Booster Club, and also Miss Amanda Hurd, who keeps the music and the Game Changer live app, the official book scores. So I've kind of invaded their territory, so I've apologized twice already, and I'll probably do it a couple more times. So we, again, to be able to pull off this live stream, we end up eating a lot more space up here than what they're used to. So anyway, glad to be here with you again. Like we put out on our social media, we'd love for you to be here in the stands, but if you're not, hopefully you're going to be able to join us here live on Wardog TV to catch some live Lady Wardog softball. Tomorrow's a big day here at Miami Public Schools as it is homecoming week here. And capped off tomorrow with all of our homecoming activities. Also, it's our Miami Athletics Hall of Fame weekend. So tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m., we kick things off with the Miami Athletics Hall of Fame luncheon. And that's when we will be inducting the 1972 men's championship basketball team who went undefeated on their way to the Class 3A state championship back in 1972. We'll be inducting those guys at the NEO Ballroom at 11 a.m. Our homecoming assembly will be inside the Miami Activity Center tomorrow at 2 p.m. That'll be our first look of all the attendance and the escorts tomorrow in the MAC. The homecoming parade, the annual homecoming parade being held in downtown Miami. That'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That parade will start around Metal Fab the intersection there where Metal Fab Trophy starts, and it'll end at Security Bank. Homecoming parade at 4 p.m. At 5 p.m., we will be at the stadium for the homecoming coronation. Again, all candidates and escorts will be introduced again, and that's when we will crown our new homecoming queen and king. That'll happen at 5 p.m. at the stadium. There's also a reception for our Hall of Fame inductees, the 1972 team, at from 5 to 7 o'clock in the ballroom. That is free and open to the public, so we encourage you to come and check those guys out and say hello before the football game kicks off. We do have an adjusted kickoff time tomorrow night. We typically kick off at 7 o'clock. That'll now be at 7:30 tomorrow night. So busy day tomorrow, but a great busy. We look forward to seeing everybody out supporting the candidates. Good luck to all of our queen candidates, our king candidates, all of our parade people that that are participating in the parade. The last I checked, there were 40 parade entrants, which is fantastic. So that's going to be a great parade tomorrow downtown. And then obviously the Wardog football team will have their work cut out tomorrow as depending on which poll you look at, either the number 1 team in Class 4A or the number 3 team in Class 4A, the Cushing Tigers. So fun day tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Tonight, it's about Lady Wardog Softball, and this is a huge district game. And all the signs point toward us having another really good day, hopefully to continue to play some really good softball. So I'm going to mute myself here for a minute as the coaches and the umps have their meeting. Mr. David Davis will have us the starting lineups for both teams. We'll show you those live, and then we will have our national anthem, and I'll be joining back with you. All right, the national anthem is done. The Miami fight song is playing, which means we are almost ready for the first pitch. So my punishment for being up here and invading territory is I'm also controlling mic volume for David and music for Miss Amanda. So I'm going to get my fingers pointed out a lot here, but we're going to make it work. This is going to be a good time. I'm excited to be up here and bring Lady Wardog Softball live to all of our viewers on Wardog TV. Thank you again for joining us. We're excited for this District 4A7 matchup. So as the warm-ups kind of conclude here, the pitcher tonight for the Lady Wardogs will be freshman Danae Green, number 15. Danae has pitched almost 100 innings, has appeared in 18 games, has an overall ERA of just 1.30 with 86 strikeouts. So Danae has had a really good year as the young freshman. Catching her, the battery today is number 9, Brooklyn Powell, and she's joined in the infield by first baseman Faith Lemons, second baseman Carly Cook, shortstop Sydney Forrester, and third baseman Miss Hayden Pilkington. So we have Gabby Smith up to bat for the Cleveland Lady Tigers, and she looks at ball 1. Just a little bit outside. That's ball 2. Counts now 2-0. This is Gabby Smith, number 14, pitcher for the Cleveland Lady Tigers. Danae Green, freshman, on the mound for the Lady Wardogs. That's fouled out of play. Counts now 1-2. That ball's just low. Count is now 3-1. Again, we are just underway here at Harley Turner Field. District 4A7 matchup. You're watching Lady Wardog Softball live on Wardog TV. That ball's fouled off. That'll bring the count to full, 3-2. Nice and cool day here in Miami, Oklahoma. Highs today only 68 degrees with a nice wind, so I'm sure the players out there are really comfortable and beautiful night to play. That's a base hit to left field for Smith to start off the Lady Tiger inning. That'll bring number 21, Reagan Coffey, to the plate. Center fielder for the Lady Tigers. Squares to bunt, fouls it off. Strike 1. Count. This one she does get down fair into play. Danae Green will take that, throws it over to Carly Cook, covering from second base, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Runner does advance to second base. That'll bring number 19, Hannah Moss, to the plate, playing third base for the Lady Tigers. Got 1 out. Top of the second, runner on second base for the Lady Tigers. Moss takes ball 1. Short conversation at the mound with our catcher, Brooklyn Powell. Back ready to play here. I'd like to thank our umpires for tonight. Behind the plates, Mr. Tevin Gibson. Out in the field is Mr. Burt Payton. Got a ground ball to second base. Cook swipes that up, takes it over to Lemons, first base for the second out for the Lady Wardogs. Runner does advance to third base. That'll bring up number 17, Haley Horine, to the plate. She is the catcher for the Lady Tigers. Again, we're in the top of the second. We have 2 outs, runner on third for the Lady Tigers. Horine takes a ball right on the outside corner. Lady Wardogs need to play clean with this batter here, keep that runner stranded on third. Got a ground ball to the third baseman. That's Pilkington. She makes the nice throw over. Good stretch by Lemons, and she will make the play. So the Lady Wardogs get away from the first runner there and get away with no damage, and we will move to the bottom of the first inning. Again, the pitcher for the Lady Tigers will be number 14, Gabby Smith. Again, if you're just now joining us, we want to thank you for joining us for Lady Wardog Softball Live from Harley Turner Field. We are getting ready to head to the bottom of the first inning. Cleveland Lady Tigers had a leadoff hit and advanced that runner all the way over to third base, but we were able to get out of the inning with no damage. So. And leading off for the Lady Wardogs in the bottom of the first inning will be sophomore shortstop number 14, Sydney Forrester. Takes the first pitch, and she has absolutely crushed that ball. That clears the right center field by probably 40 feet. So wasted absolutely zero time. Shortstop sophomore Sydney Forrester with an absolute bomb to right center to put the Lady Wardogs up 1-0, and that is Sid Forrester's 10th home run of the year. Great, great start in the bottom of the first by the Lady Wardogs. So after the huge start, it brings up now second batter, Miss Hayden Pilkington, to the plate. Pilkington takes the first pitch. Ball outside. Count is 1-0. Pilkington swings at the second pitch, pops it up to the shortstop, and the shortstop makes the play for the first out, bottom of the first. That'll bring up number 22, first baseman Faith Lemons, to the plate for the Lady Wardogs. She takes first pitch, ball one. Lemon fouls off pitch 2. Counts now 1-1. Again, this is the inaugural Wardog TV live stream at Harley Turner Field. So we will eventually continue to add to kind of our repertoire, what we can do with this. We're looking at ways to get a second camera out to center field so we can get a view there. We're operating, this is literally a one-person show tonight, so there's no camera operators. That's why we have a still camera and only one shot tonight for you. So Lemons rips the ball to center field, and that ball gets down, and she is on first base after a nice hit. Lemons to first. And that'll bring the 4-hole up. Number 9 catcher Brooklyn Powell to the plate. Lemons, again, with a nice hit, stands on first base. Lady Wardogs are up 1-0 after the leadoff homer by sophomore shortstop Sydney Forrester. Powell takes first pitch ball. Second pitch is in there for a strike, right on the outside corner. Count goes 1-1 to Powell. Inside pitch, she takes, pops it up to third. That'll be the second out for the Lady Wardogs. And that'll bring Carly Cook, second baseman, to the plate. Again, Lemons on first after the single. Cook swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. Again, we got a 1-0 score here in the bottom of the first inning. Lady Wardogs looking to add to it. Pitch is low and outside. That is ball 2. Lemons is able to advance to second. Cook takes the pitch inside. Counts now 2-1. That ball hits the outside corner. Count goes even to 2-2. Cook swings at the pitch, grounds over to the second. Makes it a close play, but that will end the inning after 1. Lady Wardogs up 1-0 after the leadoff home run by Sydney Forrester, and we move to the second. All right, conversation on the mound ends. Warm-ups are over, and we move to the top of the second inning. Green will offer to number 2, Riley Walker. Swings at the first pitch. We got a grounder to second base. Cook comes up with it, and unfortunately, Lemons takes it. It takes her off the bag, and was unable to make the play. All right. I think we are back now live, I do believe. I think the live stream is back. We do have a dark monitor that I'm looking at, so I can't see it, but I'm being told that it is still live on YouTube, and I'm not so sure if anybody can hear me right now, but that's okay. That's the least important part of it, is hearing me. As long as we can see the feed, that's the main thing. And I have just been told from Superintendent of Schools Nick Highspan that I am back, and he gives me a thumbs down. So apparently he wants me to go mute again. I'm joking. He was absolutely on the list of people that I had down to. I got him, I got my brother-in-law, I got Brian Forrester. I'm like, you guys keep me honest on this deal. I'm up here running solo. So the one thing that I will say to our viewers is I do not have access now to the scoreboard that is in the upper left-hand corner of your live stream. So I will have to just verbal you through that. So again, this is the great thing about technology is we can bring you live sports. The negative thing about it is all the fun bells and whistles sometimes don't go your way, and then you got a dumb old football coach up here that all he knows how to do is talk about ball. I don't know how to do all these plug-ins and stuff. So hopefully the feed will stay live and we can talk you through it, okay? Number 2, Hayden Davis steps to the plate for the Lady Wardogs. We are in the bottom of the second. Lady Wardogs are up 1-0, bottom of the second. Davis takes the ball inside. Davis rips the ball to right center. That ball is going to get down. It's going to roll all the way to the fence, and Davis turns on the wheels. Thought maybe she may try for third there, but she stopped on second by Coach Strack. Great leadoff double by number 2, Hayden Davis. And that'll bring number 24, Logan Cheney, to the plate. Again, Hayden Davis leads off the bottom of the second with a nice stand-up double. Cheney squares to bunt. It is just foul. Count goes to 0-1. Logan Cheney is a freshman for the Lady Wardogs. Consistently been in the lineup the entire year. Has been a good young player for the Lady Wardogs. Squares again. This time she does get it down. That's going to advance the runner easily to third, and she beats the throw to first base. Great job, great placement on the bunt there by number 24, Logan Cheney. We got runners on first and third, bottom of the second, no outs. And that'll bring up number 13, Becca Bolton, for the Lady Wardogs. Becca is one of our seniors. Runners on first and third, bottom of the second, no outs. Takes the first pitch. Looked a little outside, but it's called a strike on the outside corner. Snap throw to third. Davis does beat it back. No damage done there. Count is 0-1 to Bolton. Bolton puts a really nice bunt down to first base. She's going to be poked out, but that is going to be another run in for the Lady Wardogs, who now make it 2-0 on the nice bunt by Becca Bolton, and Logan Cheney advances to second. And that'll bring up another senior, number 30, Brooke Bayshore, plays center field for the Lady Wardogs. Runners on. Just going to run on second base here. We got 1 out. Lady Wardogs tack on another run here in the bottom of the second. Now lead 2-0. We got 1 out here, bottom of the second. Again, we want to thank you for joining us live here on Wardog TV and Lady Wardog Softball. We're excited to bring you live action for the very first time. Nice hit by Brooke Bayshore right down the right field line. That does fall fair. That's going to bring around Logan Cheney to score from second pretty easily standing up, and that is going to be a stand-up triple for the senior, number 30, Brooke Bayshore. Tack on that other run. Lady Wardogs now lead 3-0, still 1 out, bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring Forrester right back up, and we're back to the top of the lineup here. Be interesting to see if they pitch to her here. They do decide to do that, and she fouls off the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike to Forrester, her second at bat. First at bat, she hit just a deep shot to right center, and no one went to look for it because no one has a machete to get to it. That ball is 30 feet behind the fence. It was absolutely crushed. Forrester takes ball 1, down and away. Yeah, it's definitely one of the better home runs that I've seen in person here. I mean, that ball was absolutely destroyed. So Forrester hits one of the shortstops. She backhands it, throw to first, and it pulled her off the bag. Forrester is safe at first base, and Brooke Bayshore scores from third to make it 4-0 for the Lady Wardogs. Another RBI for Sydney Forrester, who's now 2 for 2 on the day. That'll bring up number 7, Hayden Pilkington, back up. Hayden Pilkington batting .423 on the year for the Lady Wardogs. Has scored 21 runs, has great speed as a young player. Fouls off the very first pitch. Count is 0-1. Hayden Pilkington does lead the Lady Wardogs with 4 triples on the year. Also has 3 doubles, and has actually hit a home run. So she's got a little pop in that bat. It's a called strike, and we now have a count of 0-2 here in the bottom of the second. Pilkington gets a hold of one and really hits it well. That ball is gone. Wow, what a shot. That ball just stayed on a rope. I wasn't sure if it was going to stay fair, and it did. And I just, a few seconds ago, I talked about how she's got pop in her bat, and she shows it off there with a 2-run bomb to right field, right down the line. And I'm not so sure that didn't end up in the back of a truck bed out there with some of our fans who are watching the game. So just an absolute shot by Hayden Pilkington. Scores Forrester all the way around from first base. And this is a big 5-run inning so far in the bottom of the second for the Lady Wardogs to open this thing up, and who now lead 6-0 with 1 out. And that'll bring Lemons back up to the plate with her second at bat. Singled her first time up. Lemons is also a pitcher for the Lady Wardogs. Her and Danae Green have handled all pitching duties so far this year. Lemons playing first base today. Swings and rips one fair down the third base line. That ball goes all the way over to the corner. Lemons will have a stand-up double. Didn't take long, just wanted to see one pitch, and she absolutely ripped one down third base line. So the big inning continues for the Lady Wardogs with a double from Miss Lemons. Faith was batting just over 400 of the year. That'll bring the catcher back up to the plate, number 9, Brooklyn Powell. RBI chance here for Brooklyn, who's batting just under .320 for the year. Swings at the first pitch she sees. That ball is heading foul and does leave out of play. No balls, 1 strike to the catcher. Brooklyn does have 7 doubles on the year. It'll be a great time to add number 8 here and trade places with Miss Lemons and tack on another run here in the bottom of the second. That ball's low and inside, gets away from the catcher. That'll advance Lemons from second to third with no throw. Another runner in scoring position here for the Lady Wardogs in the bottom of the second. Count is 1-1. We have 1 out. Brooklyn Powell at bat. First baseman Faith Lemons is on third. Lady Wardogs have scored 5 runs in this bottom of the second and now lead 6-0. Powell takes ball 2. Count now 2-1. I'd say the Lady Wardog dugout is lively, but that's usually the case at any point of the game. But they're extra lively now after this big bottom of the second inning as Powell takes ball 3 outside. Counts now 3-1. Powell pops one up to short second base. It hits the grass, and we do have a play at second base for the second out. Lemons tagged up but did not advance. She'll be stuck on third there. We now have 2 outs, and that'll bring up Carly Cook. Again, if our executive producer, David Frazier, if he pops on and says, why has Coach Davis not changed the score, it's because Coach Davis doesn't have a monitor to change the score. So not sure what went wrong, and I'm scared to touch anything. Carly Cook with a ripped ball. That was a really nice play by the shortstop to keep that in play, but that's going to be That's going to be deep enough to score Faith Lemons from third, and that is now 7-0 for the Lady Wardogs with the RBI infield single by Carly Cook. That'll bring Hayden Davis back up to plate, her second at-bat for the day. Carly Cook steals second base as Hayden Davis swings and misses for strike one. Another running and scoring position for the Lady Wardogs. Again, Lady Wardogs up 7-0, bottom of the second inning here of a 6-run inning. The highlight so far is the 2-run bomb by third baseman Hayden Pilkington. Davis swings and misses. Count now goes to 0-2. 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Davis fouls that one off. Count stays 0-2. That pitch is up and away. Ball one to Hayden Davis. That's ball 2. Brings the count even to 2-2. After falling behind 0-2, Hayden Davis has taken 3 straight balls and is now gone full. Again, Gabby Smith pitching for the Lady Tigers of Cleveland. And a really good patient at bat there by Hayden Davis. Again, fell behind 0-2, is able to draw the walk. Runners now on first and second. Bringing Logan Cheney up to the bat, up to plate for the Lady Wardogs. Takes the first pitch high and outside, ball 1. Count 1-0 to Cheney. Runners on first and second here. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Wardogs up 7-0. That's ball 2 outside. I just got a little shout out, so I'm verbally keeping David Davis over here working the scoreboard up to date, he says. Tough play for the second baseman as that ball just kind of dies, and the throw is not in time as Logan Cheney with the nice speed down to first base line, and which loads up the bases now for designated player number 13, Becca Bolton. Again, Becca Bolton up to plate. Bases are now fully loaded. We got 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning. Lady Wardogs up 7-0. Actually squared the bunt. Ball does get away from the catcher, but she keeps it in front of her to hold Carly Cook on third base. Count is now 1-0 to Bolton. Strike called on the outside corner. Count nose to 1-1. Plate umpire Tevin Gibson is given that corner pitch early. Bolton swings and misses, brings the count to now 1-2. Bolton puts a good bat on one. That ball's going out deep right field, and the right fielder actually is able to run out, turn her shoulders, and make a nice grab to end the inning. Nonetheless, huge inning there for the Lady Wardogs. They tack on 6 more runs to bring the score now to 7-0 as we head to the top of the third. We had 12 batters come to the plate in the bottom of that inning. That's usually a good recipe for some winning. So great stats up here by Mr. Davis. And again, I'm up here with Mr. David Davis running some scoreboard. I got Miss Amanda Hurd to my right, and she's running 3 things. That's actually true. She's the official score clock keeper. She's keeping us updated on Game Changer and also controlling the music. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on. You know, all joking aside, we're kind of laughing at each other because, you know, it's just kind of what we do here. But, you know, we say it all the time. It takes an army to pull off an athletic event. I mean, you got to have umpires. You got to have 2 teams and some coaches. You got to have a scoreboard. You got to have some lights. You got to have somebody taking tickets. You got to have administrative coverage. So, I mean, you got to have people working concession stands. I mean, you know, people think, oh, it's a softball game, small production, but yet, you know, you got to have 10 to 12 people to be able to pull stuff off efficiently, and we have an unbelievable team here at Miami Public Schools. And also within the athletic department who volunteer their time and efforts to be able to do this, and makes it a pretty special place. So here we go at the top of the third. Danae Green, who has pitched well so far early, starts off with a strike. Got the 9 hole up here, number 8, Addie Irving for the Cleveland Tigers, we'll get to the second rotation of their lineup here in this inning. Irving swings and misses, strike 2. Danae Green, 0-2 now. Yeah, Powell sets up outside, trying to get her to Irving to chase there. Ball misses outside, count now 1-2. Squares off on a pretty good pitch there. Caught the second baseman. We were kind of cheating over to the right side there. She finds a hole, and she will reach with a single out to center field. That'll bring up the top of the lineup and Gabby Smith. Smith is the pitcher for the Cleveland Lady Tigers. Runner on first. We got no outs here in the top of the third. Strike 1 is called. Again, for those of you who maybe just be joining us, we are live here for the very first time at Turner Field for Lady Wardog Softball. We do know that the scoreboard in the corner is not going to be correct that you see on your screen. I'm giving you that verbally. So again, technology is great, but sometimes when some certain bugs go wrong, you need somebody smarter than a dumb football coach to fix it, and we ain't got nobody here to do that. So count is now 1-1. She deals, and the ball's going to be ripped out to center field, and that's back-to-back hits for the Lady Tigers here in the top of the third. Runners on first and second, no outs. And the number 2 batter will be coming to the plate. This is number 21, Reagan Coffey. Reagan Coffey is the center fielder for the Lady Tigers. Again, freshman Danae Green on the mound for the Lady Wardogs, who are up 7-0, top of the third, but the Lady Tigers are threatening here with their first runners reaching on singles. Squares at the first pitch. That's grounded out to the shortstop, Sydney Forrester. She flips it over to Cook for the force out at second. Runners do invest from second to third, and Coffey will reach first base on a fielder's choice. That'll bring up number 19, Hannah Moss, to the plate, playing third base today. Runners on the corners, 1 out, top of the third inning. Good play by Lemons at first base. She touches her bag, tries to snap throw to home, but is not in time. That will be an RBI single for the Lady Tigers, and that'll be their first run of the game, who now trail 7-1 to the Lady Wardogs. Runner advances to second base. Good play there by Lemons to tag the base. Again, in the top of the third inning, 7-1 Lady Wardogs. We do have 2 outs here. All right, conference on the mound is over. We are back to play here again. Lady Tigers do have a runner on third in scoring position here with 2 outs. Danae Green on the mound for the Lady War Dogs. First pitch is right just a bit outside. Counts now 1-0, and this is number 2, Riley Walker, playing second base for the Lady Tigers up to bat. Ground ball hit to shortstop Forster. She makes an easy, clean play. Great, easy throw over to Lemons, and that'll get the third out to minimize the damage. We head to the bottom of the third. Lady War Dogs up 7-1. Again, the Lady War Dogs are coming into today's district contest with Cleveland. This is a big district game. We just have 3 left on the schedule, including this one. Got the Lady Tigers obviously happening now. On Monday night will be our last regular season home game here for the Lady War Dogs as we will celebrate senior night. Invite you to come out on Monday night. The junior high girls will be playing right before our high school girls. They will start at 4:30 against the Lady Hornets from Veneta. And then right after that, our high school team will play the Veneta Hornets in district play. Senior night will take place after the game. There will not be a JV game on Monday night. And then the Lady War Dogs will conclude their regular season Tuesday on the road at Ulaga. That is a makeup game from earlier in this year that was rained out or called due to lightning, I believe. So 3 big games coming up here for the Lady War Dogs, trying to keep that 7-2 record, try to get it to 10-2. We do need a little help to grab that 1 seed from Skytook, who we were able to beat the other night 3-0 to split with them, but they still hold a 1-game lead over us in the district. Some other action happening also on Monday night is some junior high football will be at home. They will be hosting Lebec County for 7th grade football at 5:30, 8th grade football at 6:30. And then the JV game will be played at home that night, but it'll be played against Grove and not Lebec County. Again, that's junior high, 7th and 8th grade football and JV football Monday night at Robertson Field at home, and also senior night for Lady Wardog Softball at approximately 6 p.m. Here we go to the bottom of the third, and number 30, Brooke Bayshore, back up to bat. Takes ball 1 high. That's ball 2 inside. And I've just been made aware that out in their normal spot in left field bleachers standing is the War Dog football team, who always do a great job of cheering on our Lady War Dog softball players here at Turner Field. Those guys just finished up Thursday walkthrough and team meal, and good to see those boys coming out to support the Lady War Dogs out there in left field. Well, Bayshore felt like she had ball 4 there, but Mr. Gibson behind the plate says otherwise. Caught the inside corner, counting now 3-1. Again, we're in the bottom of the third inning. Lady War Dogs up 7-1. Bayshore does take ball 4 high, and she will advance to first base, and that'll bring up Sydney Forrester again at the top of the lineup. Sydney Forrester is 2 for 2 today. Led off very first pitch she saw in the bottom of the first inning. She sent to deep right center field for her 10th home run of the year and then followed that up with a single. Takes ball 1 high. It's a deep shot to left field out toward the football players. Not quite deep enough, as the left fielder was playing Forrester deep and was able to make the play for the first out. That brings up Hayden Pilkington back to the plate, who on her last appearance hit a great shot down the first base line that stayed, I'm going to guess, 2 to 3 feet fair right down the line. Just a nice shot all the way out there for her second home run of the year, and she takes ball 1 outside. pitch falls outside, and that brings the count to 2-0 to Hayden Pilkington. Pilkington is another young player, young freshman, playing third base for the Lady Wardogs. Had a really solid year as a young player. That one does touch the outside corner, brings the count to 2-1. Another good crowd here on hand tonight at Turner Field, who always do a great job supporting the Lady Wardogs here at home. That pitch is high and outside. Count now 3-1 to Pilkington. Got one out here, bottom of the third inning. Lady Wardogs lead 7-1. And that's ball 4 outside. That's the second batter walked in this inning. And that'll bring up Faith Lemons to the plate. Runners on first and second. One out, bottom of the third inning. We do have a new pitcher for the Lady Tigers who has started this inning pitching. This is number 5, Kenley Steiger. Number 14, Gabby Smith, who started the game in the mound, moves over to shortstop. Faith Lemon squares up, hits a ball pretty deep to left field, but it's hanging up, and the left fielder's in good position there to make the play there for the second out. Still our runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third as Brooklyn Powell comes to the plate. Powell takes the first pitch going outside, ball 1. Lady Wardogs are coached by head coach Lauren Strack, assisted by Eric Iverson and Rebecca Bell. That ball's fouled back and out of play. Count goes to 1-1. That ball is low, brings count to 2-1. If you can't make it out to Robertson Field tomorrow night, we hope that you can join us on Wardog TV Live tomorrow from Robertson Field. That ball is ripped down the left field line, and it is foul, just foul. And that'll bring the count to 2-2. But again, I'll be joined tomorrow night by Coach Jim Paxson up in the Wardog TV booth at Robertson Field, bringing you live action between the Wardog football as they welcome the new number 1 team in the state in Class 4A, the Cushing Tigers, to Robertson Field for homecoming. That one touches the inside corner for a called strike 3, and that will end the inning. Lady Wardogs leave a couple stranded there, don't score any runs, but still lead 7-1 as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Again, if you have just joined us here recently, we are live for the very first time at Harley Turner Field for Lady Wardog Softball. We do know that we have our scoreboard that you see in the upper left-hand corner of your live stream is not correct. We have lost the feed to that, so we'll just be verbaling everything for the remainder of the game. Keep us honest there. If you, we know that there will be some buffering. We've got some new network cables and stuff like that, and I guess we buffered a while ago, and then I was told that someone drove over our network cable. So we're trying to avoid people driving over our network cable so we can continue to keep you live and uninterrupted here. Running through a few more events next week. Next Tuesday on September the 27th, our high school cross-country team will compete in the Adair Invitational at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, September the 27th. Again, high school softball will be at Oologah on the road to take on the Lady Mustangs. That is the last district game of the year at 5 p.m. And our junior high softball team will play their final game of the year on Tuesday, September the 27th, right here at Harley Turner Field at 5 p.m. against the Oologah Lady Mustangs. Again, last game of the season. If you can make it out Tuesday night, cheer on these young Lady Wardogs. That would be great. And here we are in the top of the 4th. Again, freshman Danae Green is on the mound pitching for the Lady Wardogs, and she throws a strike to the 6th batter in the lineup. This is number 4, Bailey Steiger. That ball's grounded to the shortstop. That is Forrester who's up with it. Makes the snap throw over to first for the out number 1. And that'll bring up number 10, Miss Maddie Swain, playing first base today for the Lady Tigers. That ball drops in there for the first strike, hits the outside corner, counts 0-1. Danae Green coming off one of her better outings of the year. Really pitched well all year, but had a great outing at Skytook the other day. Really pitched well. Pitching a shutout, only giving up 4 hits to the number 1 team in the district, the Skytook Lady Bulldogs. Lady Wardogs really playing some really good softball lately. Played really good, clean softball at Skytook. Came away with a really nice 3-0 win. And trying to follow that up with their 10th win in the row as they come into tonight's game with winners of 9 straight. And lead 7-1 in the top of the 4th as Danae Green goes 1-2. And that pitch touches the outside corner, and she is punched out. Called strike 3 for the second out. That'll bring up number 5, Kinley Steiger, to the plate playing left field. That ball touches the outside corner for strike 1. So it's obvious to me that Danae has realized that our home plate umpire loves that outside corner, and she has found it, and she's painted it pretty good here. That one falls just a little bit outside. It is 1-1. That ball finds low. Nice block by Brooklyn Powell. Count goes to 2-1. Again, Powell behind the plate. Faith Lemons first base. Carly Cook at second. Sydney Forster at shortstop. Hayden Pilkington on third base. Danae Green in the mound for the infield of the Lady Wardogs. Left field is Hayden Davis. Center fielder Brooke Bayshore. Right fielder is that's Logan Cheney. My eyes are getting bad. Count goes 3-1. That ball's hit out to Logan Cheney in right field. Actually makes a really nice play as the ball kind of carried there. A little windy here today. Cheney makes a good adjustment and comes up with the catch for out number 3. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Wardogs still leads 7-1. All right, we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Looks like Carly Cook will be leading us off here. Carly playing second base for the Lady Wardogs. Left-handed batter with great speed. Nice person to always have lead off the bottom of the inning to try to get another rally started here. Again, Lady Wardogs do enjoy a comfortable 7-1 lead, but we know in softball that big innings can flip stuff in a hurry, so want to keep the gas down here and really continue to put pressure on the Cleveland Lady Tigers as we look for pick up district win number 8. Cook takes strike. That one's just a little bit low. Counts now 1-1. Again, thank you to everyone who are joining us live here on Wardog TV. We appreciate your support of Wardog Athletics and Lady Wardog Softball. That ball touches the outside corner. Counts now 1-2 to Cook. We do have junior high football in action as we currently speak over at Catoosa as Cook takes Ball too high. 7th grade game is happening right now. They kicked off at 5:30 p.m. again in Catoosa. They will be followed by the 8th grade team at approximately 6:30. And that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner to Cook, and that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 2, Hayden Davis, left fielder for the Lady Wardogs, to the plate. She takes a ball. Count 1-0. That's ball 2. Count now 2-0 to Davis. That ball's low and inside. Davis now leading in the count 3-0. Taking all the way there for strike 1. Count now 3-1. Davis squares, but that does end up taking ball 4, and she will advance to first base. Bottom of the 4th inning here, we got 1 out. Hayden Davis just walked to occupy first, and now right fielder, number 24, Logan Cheney, comes to the plate. Sun's trying to creep out here a little bit at Turner Field. Cheney swings, misses for strike 1, but Hayden Davis is able to advance to second base. Definitely the first softball game of the season when you look down and see hoodies and blankets. And when we play tomorrow, if next time we play, the hoodies and blankets will be put back up again. It's going to warm right back up. It's kind of teasing us today, but what a beautiful fall day it is today. Cheney squares. That ball must have touched her foot because umpire Gibson immediately called that foul. Count now 0-2 to Cheney. Ball hits the dirt, grounds in, and there's snap throw to third. Really close play, but Hayden Davis does make it in there with a really nice slide to advance to third base. Another runner in scoring position here for the Lady Wardogs in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading 7-1. Count 1-2 to Logan Cheney. That ball's high, but Cheney puts a bat on it. Shortstop comes home with the throw. The throw gets away. Hayden Davis beats it. Scores the 8th run of the inning, and Cheney will advance to second base on the fielder's choice and then the throwing error. Hayden Davis a little banged up here as she did slide immediately into the catcher, but she was able to get up and still walking that off. But great job there by Hayden to beat that throw with speed, and Logan Cheney with some good base running to get herself to second base to put another Lady Wardog in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That brings number 13 designated player Becca Bolton to the plate. Score now 8-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bolton squares to bunt. Ends up taking ball 1, count 1-0. That ball touches the outside corner, called strike. Count is now 1-1 to Becca Bolton. 1 out here for the Lady Wardogs. Again, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Got a runner on second base. That's Logan Cheney. Becca Bolton at the plate. Squares to bunt. Actually gets one down here. The pitcher will take that, field it, snap throw to first. That is in time for out number 2, but that does advance Logan Cheney to third base. Bolton does her job there, sacrifices the runner to third base, and that'll bring up senior Brooke Bayshore. Brooke will be a senior that will be celebrating senior night next Monday night against Veneta, and she takes ball 1 high. Again, would love for a big crowd to be here on hand next Monday as the Lady Wardogs celebrate senior night at their last home game of the year against the Veneta Hornets at approximately 6 p.m. Bayshore takes a called strike. Counts now 1-1. But if you are unable to join us here in person in Turner Field, we will be right back here live with Wardog TV next Monday night for the varsity game. Lady Wardogs hosting Veneta. That pitch hits the inside corner and is called strike 2. Count now 1-2. That ball hits the ground inside. Evens the count to 2-2. That ball's just a little bit low. Brings the count to full to Brooke Bayshore. Sydney Forrester, top of the lineup, on deck. And Forrester will get that chance to bat as that pitch comes inside. Bayshore will advance on a hits batsman. That'll bring up number 14, shortstop Sydney Forrester. Runners on first and third here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Wardogs leading 8-1.
Now coming to the plate, number 14, Sydney Forrester.
You know, always look at strategy here. Does Cleveland think, well, we got a big bat up to bat? Do we walk her? And then you walk her and you bring up someone else who has a home run today. Hayden Pilkington. So they're going to pitch to Forrester, and she takes ball 1 low and inside. Shout out to Brian and Andrea Forrester, who I know are unable to be here, and it's strange not to see them live and in person at Lady Wardog Softball, but I do know they're watching live, so appreciate you guys tuning in. And also, Brian, appreciate you giving me some feedback on this live stream. So hopefully everything's going great and your daughter's having a great night tonight so far. We'll see if she can continue that going. Takes a ball high here. The count is 3-0 to Miss Sydney Forrester. Most people would be taken here, but I would think that Sydney probably has a green light here if she sees something she likes. Runners on first and third again. Lady Wardogs winning 8-1. She does turn on that pitch, and that ball is just foul. Ball hit really well. Falls about 2 or 3 feet foul down the left field line. Count now 3-1. Forrester turns on the inside pitch. That ball's popped up to right field. Right fielder does make the play, and that will end the inning. Lady Wardogs strand 2 on the corners on first and third, but do get one more run back and now lead 8-1 as we move to the top of the 5th inning. All right, we are back, and I do believe now we have troubleshooted our way to get the scoreboard back in the live stream in the top left-hand corner. It is the top of the 5th inning. Lady Wardogs are up 8-1 as Danae Green throws ball 1. I'd love to let our listeners know about all the brilliance that I just did to get this going, and it was unplug a wire and plug it back in as that ball is grounded to Sydney. Four-star shortstop makes a nice, easy throw over to Faith Lemons for out number 1 in the top of the 5th.
Back to the top of the order, number 14, Smith.
So just like every other piece of technology that we own, when you call the customer service, they say, did you turn it off and turn it back on? Did you unplug it and plug it back in? I guess that's same goes with Wardog TV, because that's what we did, and I believe we are back with everything now fully operational. Danae Green throws ball 1, count now 1-0. That's a called strike right on the outside corner, count now 1-1. That's ball 2, count now 2-1. I'm getting a thumbs up from, again, my brother-in-law here, and another. That ball was ripped down third base line. That's a great hit. Pretty good job there by Hayden Davis. Made a great play over there to keep that to an infield single. That ball was ripped hard. Pilkington almost got a glove on it, but nonetheless, that's a good hit there by number 14, Gabby Smith, and she has a single with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 21, Coffin.
Danae Green paints the outside corner. Snap throw by Powell to first. Really close play, but Smith is able to get back. Count is now 0-1. That ball's just a hair outside. Count now 1-1. It's number 21, Reagan Coffey, playing center field for the Lady Tigers at the plate. Danae Green pitching for the Lady Wardogs. That ball's hit to third base. Pilkington over to second to Cook for the force out at second. Nice play there. And that's now 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Now batting number 19, Moss.
That's number 19, Hannah Moss to the plate. Playing third base. She has a runner on first. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. That ball's fouled off down third baseline. 0-1. That ball was ripped to first base. What a great stab by Faith Lemons as she stretches out over her left side on first base to make a great play to end the inning. No damage done. Lady Wardogs will head to the plate in the bottom of the 5th, enjoying an 8-1 lead. You know, plays like that are plays that you love to see at this time of the year. You know, saw some really nice individual defensive plays made up at Skytook the other night during this win streak. That's one of those things when you look back, I bet the fielding percentage is very, very high. The errors are down low, timely hitting. There's just a lot of things right now that this Lady Wardog softball team is really doing well and at the right time of the year as we look forward to postseason play here in just a week or so. Just a nice play there by Faith Lemons to end the inning. And again, bottom of the 5th here, 8-1 lead. Lady Wardogs have the number 2 hitter up. This is going to be number 7, Hayden Pilkington, playing third base, with an opportunity to maybe tack on a few more here, maybe kind of put this thing out of reach here. I always wondered the thought process that goes through a young lady's head when she's asked to submit your walk-up song. I mean, what kind of goes into that? I mean, there's just so many to choose from. I mean, the stress that we put on these athletes, I tell you, yeah. That pitch is outside 1-0 to Hayden Pilkington. That pitch is just about the exact same spot. Now 2-0. That ball is high. Now 3-0 to Pilkington. That ball touches the outside corner, called strike, 3-1. Another called strike for 3-2. With a 7-run cushion, another big inning here. The Lady Wardogs could walk it off in this inning. Have to play 5 innings in district play. Run rule is in effect at this point on. Pilkington looks at ball 4, and she will take first base with a leadoff walk. And that'll bring first baseman number 22, Faith Lemons, to the plate. Has hit the ball hard twice tonight. Lemon swings at the first pitch, pops it up to just on outside foul line. It ends up moving in fair, and that play is made by the third baseman for out number 1. That'll bring catcher number 9, Brooklyn Powell, to the plate. Powell is a junior for the Lady Wardogs. Inside pitch, drop ball, swing and a miss for strike 1. Pilkington is able to advance to second on the throw. Count is now 0-1 to Powell. That ball is high for ball 2. Pilkington to take third, and she slides in there safe. Pretty good job there. Good jump on the ball. Now they're runner in scoring position for the Lady Wardogs here in the bottom of the 5th. Powell at the plate, Pilkington on third. We have 1 out here, and the Lady Wardogs lead 8-1. Brooklyn Powell puts a bat on 1 there. Ball is popped up just inside fair territory, and that ball is actually dropped by shortstop. That ball does it's touch fair and falls fair. Powell will go to first base on an error by the shortstop, and that does score a run to make it 9-1 now in favor of the Lady Wardogs. There's still 1 out. Brooklyn Powell on first base, and that brings Carly Cook to the plate. We have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Brooklyn Powell. Looks like Journey Griniger in to run for the Lady Wardogs. Journey Griniger, number 8, freshman, outfielder.
Now batting number 3, Carly Cook.
Journey makes an appearance in just about every game as a courtesy runner and has also found her way into the lineup a little bit as a nice, young, good-looking freshman. Cook squares to bunt. That ball bounces and gets away from the catcher, so Griniger will advance to second with no throw. And the count goes 1-0 to Carly Cook. Cook swings, hits 1 to third base. They try to make a play over to third, and she is thrown out. Journey is trying to advance from second to third on the fielder's choice. For the second out, Carly Cook advances to first. 2 outs.
Now batting number 2, Hayden Davis.
And that'll bring up left fielder Hayden Davis to the plate. Get a little break in action here as the Cleveland head coach talks to home plate umpire Tevin Gibson. Lady Wardogs have a 9-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Carly Cook on first base, and Hayden Davis, the left fielder for the Lady Wardogs, will come to the plate with 2 outs. Davis takes ball high and outside, and Carly Cook advances with the stolen base to second. 1-0. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Count 1-1 to Hayden Davis. Carly Cook occupies second base. Runner in scoring position here for the Lady Wardogs in the bottom of the 5th, leading 9-1. Hayden Davis squares and bunts to the pitcher. Pitcher comes up with it, makes a throw to first. It is in time, and that will end the inning. Lady Wardogs tack on another run and now lead 9-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Again, in varsity softball district, we do play 7 innings. Run rule is in effect from the 5th inning on. We enjoy an 8-run lead as we head to the top of the 6th. Again, we hope you can join us tomorrow night, live and in person, in the stands at Robertson Field as the Wardog football team opens up district play against the number 1 team in the state, the Cushing Tigers, in District 4A6. Very, very talented football team coming in to Miami, Oklahoma. Very well coached by Rusty Morgan. Senior heavy, a lot of juniors on that team as well. Have a quarterback that's committed to New Mexico State. They have 2 other receivers who are going Division I as well. So just a very talented Cushing Tigers team going against a very much improved Wardog football team who's now 2-1 on the year, coming off a bye week and open up district play. Homecoming tomorrow night. That kickoff has been moved back to 7:30. 7:30 kickoff tomorrow instead of 7. We were able to back that up 30 minutes to help our friends from Cushing. But again, please make note that the kickoff tomorrow night is at 7:30 and not 7. As we return to action here at Turner Field in the top of the 6th inning, Danae Green on the mound pitching to Haley Horing. That's strike 1 called on the outside corner. Again, number 17, Haley Horning to the plate. She is the catcher for the Lady Tigers. That ball is low and outside. Count now 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. That ball touches the outside corner. Really nice pitch by Danae Green for the called 3rd strike, and that is the first out in the top of the 6th. Green will now face number 2, Riley Walker, second baseman. Walker swings, hits one to right field. Little bit of a missed jump there by Logan Cheney. She gives a good laugh, but ends up making the play for the 2nd out. You know, you look at the flags and you look at the trees, the wind is blowing to right field, so the ball is spinning a little funny when it's hit out that way, and good adjustment there by Cheney for the 2nd out. That pitch is just a little bit outside to number 4. That's Bailey Steiger at the plate, playing shortstop. It is 1-0 from Green to Steiger. That pitch is high and outside, 2-0. Green comes all the way back inside and gets the call in the inside corner to bring the count to 2-1. Again, thank you very much for everyone listening and joining us live here on Wardog TV for the very first broadcast live for Lady Wardog Softball on the brand new Wardog TV. That pitch is in the basically the identical spot as the pitch before, and it is again a called strike on the inside, now 2-2. Green comes back. That pitch bounces in low, brings the count to full, 3-2. That ball's hit out to right field. Cheney with a good jump, but the ball goes over her head, hits the fence in right field. Cheney with the throw, overthrows the cutoff there, but it's made by Hayden Pilkington to keep that to a double. Nice hit there by Steiger as she jumps on the full count pitch for a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 10, Swain.
Number 10, Maddie Swain, now back at the plate. She plays first base. Runner on second base here in the top of the 6th. We have 2 outs here. Lady Wardogs leading 9-1. Green's pitch is right on the outside corner, called strike 1. That ball is fouled off. Green jumps way ahead of the count, 0-2. Again, we are enjoying a nice and cool early fall evening here at Turner Field. It's just a tease as it's going to warm right back up tomorrow for a few days. But we will enjoy it while we can. Green's pitch is just a little bit low. That's ball 1. Count now 1-2 to Swain. That ball is fouled off, so that'll keep the count at 1-2. Remember that at any time you can go back and watch archived footage of Wardog TV. So this game will be on Wardog TV. You can go back and check it out as many times as you'd like. Big highlights tonight come in the first 2 innings for the Lady Wardogs with the leadoff home run by Sydney Forrester in the bottom of the first, and Hayden Pilkington with the 2-run shot in the second, which ended up being a big 6-run inning for the Lady Wardogs, which has allowed us to stretch this lead to 9-1 here in the top of the 6th. Nice drop ball there by Miss Danae Green. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will end the inning and the threat. And we will now move to the bottom of the 6th inning with an 8-run lead. Green pitches around the 2-out double. Comes right back strong with a strikeout. Again, we're very, very fortunate to be joining you here live from Harley Turner Field. Would like to take a minute to shout out to the fantastic Lady Wardog Softball Booster Club. Incredibly strong booster clubs we enjoy here in a lot of our sports here at Miami. The Lady Softball Wardog Booster Club is one of the best. Very instrumental in several of the improvements that have went on here at Turner Field over the last 5 to 6 years. Improvements to the Lady Wardogs locker room, dugout, coaches' offices. We were able to add some sound system, to this facility. A lot of different sod, new backstop padding, concessions. Just done a fabulous job in fundraising efforts. And then alongside with us here in the athletic department, being able to put some emphasis on a few fun things. We're fortunate to have fantastic facilities all over Miami Athletics and across our district, and Turner Field is just a fantastic place to be able to play softball for our fans to enjoy it. We were able to host regionals last year and had great compliments on the facility and how it's maintained and the efficiency of it. We're very blessed here and very thankful for our booster club parents, to our coaching staff, to our kids, to our athletic department. All working together to make sure we put our kids in a position to be successful and enjoy great facilities. So thank you to everyone who helps support our kids, and more specifically Lady Wardog Softball and their booster club. Logan Cheney is at the bat First two pitches, she goes ball one and then takes a strike. Count now 1-1 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Cheney swings and misses. Count now 1-2. That ball's fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Again, Logan Cheney, right fielder at the plate. On deck is designated player number 13, Becca Bolton. Another senior who will be recognized on Monday night. Next Monday night against Veneta right here at Turner Field. That pitch comes inside. Count now 2-2. And Cheney swings and misses, and she will be the first out of the inning. That'll bring Bolton up to bat.
Now batting number 13, Becca Bolton.
Again, we're in the bottom of the sixth inning. There is yet to be any food or water delivered up here, so I assume that's something that doesn't happen during the games up here. So I'm getting laughs by the rest of the booth, so I guess I predicted that one right. I keep waiting for the waiter to come up, take my order, and that's not going to happen here tonight. As Bolton takes a strike. Count now 1-1. Bolton squares to bunt. That is bunted foul for the second strike. Again, if you are on the live stream and you've joined us, we thank you very much. We do just have one camera view here tonight as we inaugural broadcast. We started with kind of the home base here to give us a good feed and a good look of a good baseline, I should say, for the live stream for softball games. We will we'll go back and we'll look at this and we'll find ways to add to it and make it bigger and better. So we appreciate you being here with us tonight as Becca Bolton is going to get an infield single on a hard hit ball past the second baseman. Nice hit there by senior Becca Bolton. She's now on first base with one out, and that'll bring up another senior, number 30, Brooke Bayshore, playing center field.
Now batting number 30, Brooke Bayshore.
Again, you can go back on Wardog TV and watch any game that we've done live, regardless of sport or activity, at any point in time. Bolton with a huge lead off first, looking like she was going to take off, but she does stick to first base as Brooke Bayshore takes ball one. That ball's in there for a called strike. Count now 1-1 to Brooke Bayshore. Sydney Forster on deck. Will be making her fourth plate appearance of the game. That ball is bunted foul. Count now 1-2. That's another ball. Count now evened up 2-2. Bayshore hits the ball hard to third base. She does knock it down, makes the throw over to first. It actually is in time. Nice play there by the third baseman on a hard hit ball by Brooke Bayshore. That is the second out of the inning. It does advance Becca Bolton to second base. That'll bring sophomore shortstop, number 14, Sydney Forster to the plate. Has a home run today for her 10th of the year. Takes ball one high and outside. Score update for junior high football fans out there from Catoosa, Oklahoma. 1 minute left in the third quarter, and Catoosa leads the Miami 7th graders 8-7. Good game going on there in Catoosa with our young undefeated 7th and 8th grade teams, both playing tonight in Catoosa. Forster fouls that one off out of play. Evens the count 1-1. That pitch touches the inside corner. That's a called strike two. Count 1-2. Again, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning here. Count 1-2 to the batter Forrester. Becca Bolton on second base. Lady Wardogs lead 9-1 as Forrester takes ball 2. Lady Wardogs again come into tonight's game 7-2 in District 4A7. Looking for district win number 8. That ball is squared up on, hit out to left center. Left fielder makes a pretty good jump on the ball, and that will end the inning. Forrester flies out to left center for the 3rd out. And we now move to the 7th. Top of the 7th here. Lady Wardogs looking to find 3 outs here and get out of here with another district win. Got a nice 8-run cushion as we head into the last inning of the evening. Again, we will be with you for the duration of this varsity game. We will be signing off after this first game. There will be a junior varsity game to follow. But we will end our live broadcast here after the varsity game. And we will have a pitching change as Faith Lemons will move from first base to the pitcher's mound. Number 22, Faith Lemons, is a junior. Her and Danae Green, who has pitched the previous 6 innings, will trade places. Danae Green moves over to first base. Faith will make her 12th appearance this year in the mound. She has struck out 37 batters, has an ERA of just over 3. All other position players stay the same as we look to hopefully have a quick bottom half of the inning here, guys, and get out of here with a nice 9-1 win. Again, the 9-1 score, that happened with just a huge bottom of the 6th inning where the Lady Wardogs put 6 runs on the Lady Tigers and has tacked on a couple more to push us to an 8-run lead. So, again, Faith Lemons now in the circle for the Lady Wardogs to try to come in to put this thing away. And she throws a strike to her opening batter, which is number 5, Kinley Steiger. Count 0-1. Lemons comes back. Ball is hit. Straight up, easy play for second baseman Carly Cook for the out. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Lady Wardogs up 9-1. Again, the Lady Wardogs will be back in action next Monday night, senior night, last home game of the year at Turner Field, 6 p.m. We hope you guys can come out and be here in person, but if you cannot, we will be right back with you here live on Wardog TV as Lemons throws a strike to number 8, Addie Irving, who's the 9th hole for the Cleveland Lady Tigers. Lemons comes back. Nice pitch on the inside. That ball's fouled out of play. Lemons jumps on top 8-2. Excuse me, 0-2. That ball is fouled right down the first base line. Danae Green with a nice stretch to try to make a nice play in foul territory. Comes off the top of her glove, falls safely foul. Count remains 0-2, and Addie Irving lives to see another pitch here. Again, Irving is the 9 hole for the Lady Tigers. Another foul ball out of play down the right field line. Again, count is 0-2. Danae Green, great job. First 6 innings pitching for the Lady Wardogs. Faith Lemons in to try to close this thing out. Another foul ball out of play. Again, we really appreciate everyone joining us live on Wardog TV tonight for the inaugural live stream with the new Wardog TV. First time ever live streaming from Turner Field for Lady Wardog Softball. We look forward to taking what we've done here this evening and improving on it and bringing you another professional broadcast on Monday night at Turner Field. We will be with you tomorrow night live for Wardog football from Robertson Field. Kickoff 7:30 tomorrow night. I'll be joined again by Coach Jim Paxson and our student production team, Kiara, Nava, Blake, Ryan, It takes an army to pull off football. Looking forward to being with you tomorrow night as Lemons blows one by for strike 3 and for the second out. Mm-hmm. And that'll bring up number 14, Gabby Smith, who started the game pitching, ended up moving to shortstop. As Lemons looks to close this game out here in the top of the 7th, Lady Wardog's winning 9-1, and we have 2 outs here, and she goes 0-1 to Smith. That ball's in there high. Count 1-1. Really nice pitch. Just on the outside corner. Smith swings and misses. Lemons goes 1-2 now to Smith. 2 outs here. Top of the 7th. Lady Wardogs enjoying a 9-1 lead. Lemons trying to close it out. Tries to hit that outside corner. Really nice pitch. Just misses outside. Count now 2-2. Nice location there. Tried to get her to chase. Smith did a good job backing off and now evens the count 2-2. Lemons comes back with a change up. Falls just a little bit low. Full count now to Smith. Smith lines one to left center, and that ball is going to go all the way to the fence. Bayshore grabs it up, throws it to the cutoff Sydney Forrester, and Smith will be in with a stand-up double. Nice hit there by Smith. Again, Lady Wardogs up 9-1, top of the 7th here. We got 2 outs. The runner on second, and that'll bring number 21, Reagan Coffey, to the plate. Center fielder for the Lady Tigers. Lemons comes inside for ball 1. Lemons comes back right across the middle of the plate. That is popped up. Catcher Brooklyn Powell comes up with it, and that will end the game. Really nice win tonight in 7 innings by the Lady Wardogs again, who enjoyed a huge second inning with 6 runs, 2 home runs tonight by Sydney Forrester and Hayden Pilkington, and ends up tacking on 2 more, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Big 9-1 lead, and that is win number 8 now in the district. That moves the Lady Wardogs overall now record to 18-8, and now 8-2 in District 4A7, trailing Skytook by 1 game. They have 2 games coming up again next Monday night. We hope you can join us in the stands for senior night. If not, please log back on here and join us again on Wardog TV. And if you can't, like I said, log in, enjoy the live feed. We're going to try to get a student up here with us to kind of help this continue to be a little bit more efficient. We may even try to add another camera angle next Monday. So 2 more games left for the regular season for the Lady Wardogs. Monday night, senior night. Tuesday they will travel to Oologah. And after that, they will await postseason play. And we won't know what that will look like until all these district pairings line up here by the middle of next week. So, again, your final score here from Turner Field is 9-1 in favor of the Lady Wardogs. They move to 8-2 in District 4A7 in great shape. They have won now 10 games in a row and 13 of their last 15 games. Again, appreciate you joining us here. I'm Coach Chad Davis, Athletic Director of Miami Public Schools. Thanking you very much for your support. We look forward to seeing you at Robertson Field tomorrow night. And if you can't make it, join us right here again live on Wardog TV with myself and Coach Jim Paxson. We'll be on about 7:20 tomorrow night. Remember, kickoff has now moved to 7:30. Again, this is Coach Chad Davis saying thank you for your support of Wardog Athletics and Lady Wardog Softball. Have a great evening.